Welcome, welcome all to the Find Your Funny production of the Moments of Truth. This guy with me is Tom Hobbs, and I'm Aakeem Bennett, aka the man in the hat and the man that's black. We'll be your award show host for the evening. Please, please, please hold your applause. Tom, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing well, doing well. During the Moments of Truth, we took a look back on the things that made you go, ah, or ah. Either way, amazing or like I'm still here. I wonder why. We better do something about that.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we're looking back.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, is it?
Is it a bad thing?
No. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think, well, I don't know. What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. Well, if you don't know what you're doing, I don't know what I'm doing. And clearly from what we've been seeing, neither do most of our Toastmasters.
We found that out.
It's okay. We'll get right into things.
We will.
With our very first slide, we're going to talk about some of the fun facts of Find Your Funny. First thing, right off the bat, by St. Patty's Day, we had 26 paid members, and 69% of them had answered. I don't know about you, Tom, but 69 has always been a good number for me. It's always been a goal for me to get to that 69%. I knew this club was full of give and take, and they really showed up and put out. I was very happy with it.
Well, as and you know, the most honest answers come from, well, after a few sips of the bubbly, you know. If you haven't, I warned you earlier, get your bubblies out because now's the time to celebrate. Just a little tip will go a long ways. And we updated a lot of facts after that.
Yeah, and one thing I really want to point out, look at our wonderful club website that we have. Oh my goodness, it took a lot of time putting it together. And it's one of those things we're going to revisit later.
Yeah, and we have to test that site every once in a while now. Don't we test that every once in a while?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, don't test me because you know the answers already. In a recent survey held out by our producers, there were more answers for what is a sponsor than hats on my own back shelf.
That is a lot of hats and sponsors. Tom, what is a sponsor? Please let the people know. They clearly know.
Well, there is a bit of confusion. What a sponsor is, that is anyone that is imperative to causing a guest to become a member. That's a big word, so we sneak that in once in a while. That's important because, you know, you can bring a horse to the pond, but you can't always make it drink.
Ah, yes. And it's funny that you say that because our second fact is just proof of that. We have some members that put down they had no clue that we had a website, Tom. Yet they were registered on the website. I was a little confused. We brought them to the pond. We let them have a drink, albeit a red cup. And their thirst was simply not quenched.
Well, let's not beat a dead horse. You know what? Some of our members had no clue we even used the DCPA. Now, what the hell is DCPA? I think that's Distinguished Club Program. Well, we do, and we have currently earned Select Distinguished.
Ooh, aren't we fancy? Well, actually, in Find Your Funny, we've learned that we also have learned selective amnesia, just not able to keep up with what's going on.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It is selective.
Okay. Oh, you selected to use it right now? I see which I got it. Okay. Yep. Just causing a whole bunch of kerfuffle out there. I see you.
I saw 3 kerfuffles just walking in on the carpet earlier today.
Did you invite them in? I heard they have entertaining conversation.
Yeah, but that was a little dialect, Southern dialect. Anyhow, most members do a good job, but there are 4 members who thought we do an okay job. And then there was, I won't tell you who, but there were 2 members who said their political politicians do it a better job. Political petitions, local politicians, that's who it was. Local politicians do a better job.
Honestly, we might do better with some political politicians because right now the local politicians look like Hobbs and Bennett might have to run for 2024. I don't know about you, Tom, but I think we might have a shot at it based on the survey results.
Hey, are they shooting at us again? I thought they stopped that.
I told you, you need to invest in those bulletproof windows, man. It changes everything.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my goodness, Tom.
All right. Well, that's
now
true.
For one of our best category winners. We had the best category that we did wonderful in, enjoyable meetings. Everyone seems to love our meetings. I mean, they don't log into the website. That's fine. But it doesn't matter because where we're at right now, this is where it's at. Every single meeting, every single member thinks that our meetings are both fun and educational.
Oh yeah, fun and educational. Some people are getting mixed up, but that's why the club was created, to have fun and educational. Everyone is learning how to become, well, a humorous speaker. The educational headliners and improvisational is clearly doing its job.
It really is. And every 2 weeks, we see that Find Your Funny is just a highlight of the weekend. I've had so many tears in my eyes from laughing so hard every now and then.
I mean, he was laughing so hard, tears were running down his leg last meeting. It was you should have been there.
Yeah, tears. Those were definitely tears. Those were definitely tears. And I tell you, man, it's so good to have tears in your eyes, but it might actually be a bad thing to have tears in your eyes in this club.
No, it's a good thing because you know what Pim.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think it might just be a bad thing to have tears in your eyes because Pim is never going to miss an opportunity to take a snippet.
She takes pictures and snippets, and guess where they show up?
I bet they show up on that thing you did not check, Tom. They show up on our Facebook page. So what does that mean? That means
no, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. What if it's not my pictures ready?
Listen, if your picture's not ready, I promise you it won't deter anyone. This is the flyer for tonight. And what do you notice in that flyer? Look at my picture. Yeah, that's what I said when I saw that picture. I said, oh my goodness. I thought me and Pim had a wonderful relationship. Pim went and found my old MySpace picture that I took on that old Nokia flip phone. And she said, you know what? This is good enough. Slap it up there.
Yeah, I thought it was a flip something there.
Yeah. Hey, but I will tell you, Tom, that's a wonderful smile you got going on there. Red is your color, man.
Hey, well, it does happen.
Yeah, I actually put on my glasses to see this picture. Turns out it actually got a little bit blurrier. I didn't know what was going on there. I figured the eye doctor was telling me, I'm going to save you. You don't want to see this. But it's okay, though. We love Pim for all the things that she does. That actually brings us to our next award, Tom.
Yes, that's it. That's a Get Her Done award. That's right, the Get Her Done.
Get Her Done. We took this time out to award Get Her Done to two of our wonderful, wonderful Find Your Funny members, Pim, the photo queen, Par, and Sue, sign up before I sign you up, Lighthoff. You have done an extraordinary job keeping the club on track behind the scenes.
Hey, man, what's that? Make us chopped liver?
Didn't I remember? Don't you like chopped liver?
Oh, well, yes, I do. I love liver.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Tom, give me your liver, Hobbs.
Liver, an underrated gem. So some of these areas an opportunity we can work on? I think so. We have to put more effort into, well, the new member inductions and regularly scheduled social events.
And I don't know, Tom, I feel like if these people actually saw me in person, they might not come back. I'm not too far off from that flyer we saw earlier.
No. In person isn't the only way to interact with one another. We can do a game night on Zoom.
Ooh, or maybe a happy hour. You saw how many people were in right before St. Patty's Day. These are responsible folks. They'll make sure that they get all their play done and all their work done so that we can have a little bit more play later on. So that might be something to think about.
Yeah,
and
I heard.
The best part is I don't even have to put on my wig for it.
Is that a wig?
Tom, stay focused. New member inductions are a way for us to celebrate someone coming over to to Find Your Funny. It's an easy fix that we can implement. We want to make sure that everyone that visits our club and then ultimately joins our club finds that we are a family and they're part of that family.
Well, I think it is clear by our success on these last 12 months, that's happening right now, that Find Your Funny is something special. Speaking of which, what can we do to take from tonight's award show? Speaking of which, what can we take from tonight's award show? Speaking of which, what can we take from tonight's award show? I think we're in a loop.
It might be a loop, or you might be frozen, or it might just be one of those Zoom updates that we have going on. But I do know that there are several things that we can do to make sure we are getting the most for our club and out of our club. We got to
That's
make
right.
sure we use those resources like the club website and Facebook. Keep up with what's new and what's going on in our club.
And sign up for those roles. This is an old school method. It's called a pin. For some of you millennials, you can use it. It will write things down. Yeah.
And I'll have you know, okay, I have my pen right here. I just choose not to use it because why use a pen? There's a whole computer in front. I'm like, Tom, come on, man. Keep up with the times.
So many buttons.
Yes, there was a lot of buttons putting on this shirt tonight. But hey, listen, I got to look good for my crew tonight. Always remember to be camera ready. You never know when a snippet might be taken. In fact, one has probably been taken since we've been sitting here, and you're going to see that beautiful mug of yours all over our website and Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun time for us here at Find Your Funny, Moat, yes, Moments of Truth. I'm Aakeem, he's Tom. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful journey. And with that, does anyone have any questions for me and Tom about our moments of truth?
Would it be Tom and I?
Me and Tom and I, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, they can go ahead and just ask Koki. Koki has all the answers.
Koki, yeah. Hey, Koki, how many feet in a mile?
A lot.
That's the right answer. I'll take it. A lot is a very good answer. I like it. Not causing too much kerfuffle there at all.
All
but
right.
yes, anyone, if you have any questions about anything that occurred on Moments of Truth, please unmute yourself and shout it out. Or if there are any specifics that you would like to know about Moments of Truth, ask away. Yes, Tyree.
Yes. First, I want to really congratulate the two of you for putting this together. And I guess my main question is, did you rehearse this Moments of Truth presentation, or was this spontaneous humor?
We could tell you, then there'd be these little guys in black suits and little clicker pen, and you wouldn't remember all of it at all.
And whatever happens to you after that, well, we wouldn't remember either. So take your pick at it. But I will say, as far as tonight's presentation, I and Tom and I, look, grammarian, let it ride, okay? You don't need to write everything down. Put your pen down, okay? Put it down.
We went, we.
But I will say that for tonight's presentation, me and Tom, we talked about how we wanted to do it. He shot some of his brilliant ideas my way. I put together a presentation and a little script that we could kind of work off and do our own little thing. And everything that you just saw here was our very first time doing this together. That, ladies and gentlemen, just shows how well our improv master has been doing with us lately. So very good job, Tom. Thank you for that question, Tyree. Any more questions out there?
Good job, guys.
Thank you. You guys don't want to know how you did on the Moments of Truth? Marjane.
Do we have a website?
Funny that you asked that. We do have a website. And in fact, if you Google Find Your Funny Toastmasters, it will bring you directly to our website. And on that website, we like to keep up to date with any of the educational headliners that we have coming in, or if there's any information that you need to know. If someone wants to see about coming and visiting our club, you can direct them, you guessed it, to the website. Here is our website currently. We might need to update that top picture. That top picture was, we took that literally almost a year ago, guys. That was our night that we did our grand opening for our first meeting. But we have our information here, as you can see. We actually have it updated with the flyer for Nick Baskerville. So we'll have 2 Black guys in that meeting. It'll be pretty cool. That'll be something to look forward to. We keep everything as up to date as we possibly can because we want to make sure that not only our members, but the community is able to see what we're doing here at Find Your Funny.
Now, Aakeem, I know we've got some of our members and guests that, well, when it comes to the www international web thing, there's so many digits in it that it's difficult for them to get here on time or find it. Shall we give them that little bit.ly, that short connection?
Absolutely. In
You know,
fact, if
it's
you want that bit.ly,
WTF. That's the simplest direction. WTF. Wow, that's funny.
type that in and you may or may not find us. But whatever you find, please don't do it on your work computer. That's all I'm going to ask. As far as our Zoom link, Pim did ask, and this will be our last thing so that we don't hold up the meeting too much longer. Pim did ask for the Zoom link. Once you go on to our website, you'll find an interest form. The interest form is right there above the educational headliner. That's where we have members. Click on that, fill out their information so that we can collect their information, and then we send them the agenda and a link to the meeting. This way we can make sure that everyone is meeting our requirements of being a part of at least one other club. That way, when you get tired of us, you can go take it out on your second club or your third club or however many you want to have. Tom, the man in the hat, anything else from you?
I think we've got it. And so everybody knows we are going to stop the recording right now because we just wanted to confirm that we can do what you like to have done.
Awesome, guys. Thank you for your time, Miss Madam of Ceremonies.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Aakeem and Tom. The